showing our people who we are, right? Knowing who we are, it helps breathe light to why we going through what we're going through in these last days.
Right.
Right? So, John, how old are you? 23. You still a young brother. You got a long life ahead of you, right? But guess what's going on in these streets? Murder, right? We see what's going on. That happened when? Like 3 days ago, right? And we was just over here last Sunday teaching our people that guess what? It's time for us to stop killing each other, stop hating each other. And this is what happens on the same block. The Most High bring this type of thing right before your eyes. He say, guess what? Y'all gonna keep refusing to see the prophets and listening to the prophets? Guess what? It's gonna go down. And this is what happened amongst our people.
Right.
Right? So, Johnny, what's your nationality? The reason why I'm gonna start with this is because this is gonna be the beginning of enlightenment and understanding. So, what's your nationality? Liberian, West Africa? All praise. A lot of the slaves came from Liberia, West Africa, right? Right, and a lot of them went back, right? So, according to the Bible, you would be the children of Israel. We're going to show you that our history is in the Bible first, right? And this is how we know who we are, that we're not Liberian or West African. Because Liberia, that came from the Caucasians. About the Israelites in Africa, our people in Africa. So read Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1 real quick. Have you ever read the Bible? Here and there? You've been to church and things like that? Okay, I'm going to show you something real quick. We're going to show you that this Bible was written to the Israelites. This is our history book, our photo album. Right. And it also prophesied about the condition of our people. Right? So let's read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So the Bible is written to all Israel. You understand that? It's not written to the whole world. This Bible was turned into an international book, right? It said it's for every race on the planet. But it's only for this people on the side.
Right.
The children of Israel. Keep that in mind. That this is written to Israel, right? Now let's see what he said that will happen to the children of Israel in the last days. All right, now jump to 28 and verse 15. No, jump to 29 and 1, right? So we can understand a little bit more. Read 29 and 1 real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant.
Okay, so to the children of Israel contains words of a covenant or an agreement, right, that the Most High established with his chosen people on their side. An agreement is something you live by. You got kids? You got 2 kids, right? So now, if you gave your kids a standard on what they should do to get their rewards, they have to live by that. It's the same thing with this Bible with the children of Israel. All right, read.
Which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Right, so this covenant is special. It only pertains to the children of Israel.
That's right.
Not all nations, not the whole world. You understand? So let's see what's written within this covenant. Go to 28 and verse 15. Within this covenant, he said if you don't keep it, it's going to be judgment that come to you. Right? Start at 28:1 first. Right? Because we think there's only bad things that the Bible talks about, but there's good things, right? So read 28 and 1, and we're going to show you something real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you hearken and you listen unto the words that's in this covenant, this is what the Lord said he would do for us.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
The Lord will do what?
Set thee on high.
Now, Brother Johnny, what did the Bible just say if we keep God's laws? Read. Go ahead. What did the Bible say if we keep God's judgment? He would do what? He would set us on high.
That's right.
Right. Read it one more time, that part.
The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
See that? The Bible says, if you keep my commandments, I'm going to set you on high above all nations of the earth. Now, obviously, we're not set on high. Obviously, we went through these atrocities. The people on this side, right? We went through this. Obviously, it happened, right? So, now let's see the backside of that coin. Okay, read. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. This is what would happen if we would not keep God's laws, if we chose not to keep the commands. All right, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice.
Hold on, slow it down a little bit. Read it again.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken.
So now, if thou wilt not hearken, or if thou wilt not listen, that's what hearken means. You understand? Read.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Now remember, within the covenant contains laws, statutes, and commandments. And if we would not do those things, we would be what?
I command thee this day that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if we would not keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, all these curses shall come upon us and overtake us, right? So now, guess what? It's a curse for brothers to gun each other down.
That's right.
You understand that? Black on black crime, that thing is a curse amongst us.
Right.
You understand? So we're going to show you in the Bible real quick how we know that this is us. Let's see what those curses represent. Jump to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46. This is what the curses represent. All right? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
Now remember, jump to 45. I want to see if you follow.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
Jump to 46.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
What do the curses represent? It's a sign. It's a sign, right? Meaning, guess what? These curses will only be on this race of people, these nations of people right here.
Right.
Not the whole world. Because there's something special about this covenant that the Most High made with us.
Right.
Right? So now he says, and guess what? These curses represent a sign. You got an ID, right? On your ID is how you identify yourself. About 5'5", right? 150 pounds, right? Beard, right? Brown eyes. It's your ID. So the same thing with these curses. You look around and this is what you see with our people. Read verse 16. This is a sign on how we are able to identify ourselves. Because again, you called yourself West Liberian, but that's not really your nationality. I called myself at one point African American or black, a color in the crayon box.
Right.
That's not a nationality.
Right.
That's not a race. You understand? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
The Bible said, curse to the children of Israel be in the city. You understand that?
Let's examine. What is a curse in the city? A curse in the city is, guess what? Black on black crime, right? You got low housing income, Section 8.
Right.
You got
Push it.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right. So in our communities, we got Section 8, low poverty, right? Low housing income, all kind of different things that affect our community, right? This is an example of being cursed in the city. So right now, brother, what's your name? Kelly? All right, Kelly and Johnny. So right now, we're going over how we understand that we are the children of Israel in these last days, right? So now, listen real good. Because the Bible just said that the children of Israel will be cursed in the city. Read that one more time.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So cursed in the city and cursed in the field. So what nation of people lives in the ghettos? Blacks, Hispanics, and you said blacks and who? Blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
And Native Americans. Guess what? On the reservations. You understand? How is it that you were able to instantly relate Hispanics to the same conditions of the so-called black people? And we the same people. That's why we on a sign. The Bible says the children of Judah and Ephraim, or all 12 tribes of Israel, be oppressed together. Meaning we will face the same kind of atrocities.
Right.
But guess what? We get hit a little bit harder. But guess what? That's because the voice of who we are is going to come from the African Americans,
Right.
the so-called blacks. So guess what? Our oppressors do much more to oppress us, to afflict us,
Right.
to keep us down, to set up abortion clinics in our communities because they don't want salvation to come from the tribe of Judah. The voice of the Lord is coming from the tribe of Judah.
Come on,
That's what's going on. Okay? So read that one more time.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So again, what people live in the ghettos? It's us. What people are killing each other in the ghettos? Us. Right? What people are at the bottom of society in the whole world? It's us. In every city, every state you go to, our people are at the bottom of society. We've been here for hundreds of years. We even had men that tried to rise up and redeem us. Marcus Garvey. They take them down. Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You understand? Even during the plantation times, you had Gabriel Prosser, you had Nat Turner. You had all different types of men trying to redeem us out of our condition. But guess what? To no avail.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.